hope you're fully recovered now from that hard workout that we had on Friday when you did legs and shoulders. Today I want you to increase your cardio now by 5 minutes. So you should be up to 35 minutes now every day this week. We've got chest and we've got triceps now. So make sure that you warm up first, and I'm going to see you in the gym. The first exercise that we're doing for chest is flat dumbbell press. So find yourself a bench like this, hold some weights from the rack and perform a warm-up set. So make sure your palms are facing down your body. As you'll probably remember, you've done this exercise before, so you might be able to use a slightly heavier weight than you did last week. Make sure you come right down either side of your chest, get a good stretch and contract at the top. We're just warming up the muscles and the joints at this moment, so just use a light weight and rep out around 10 to 15 repetitions. Once you've completed your warm-up set, grab some heavier weights that will allow you to reach failure at around 12 to 15 repetitions. So support the dumbbells on your legs like Jim is demonstrating here. Lie back, assume your position, and then press up and slowly come down until you're getting a good stretch throughout your chest. Arc your back, stick your chest out, keep your shoulders back and push up whilst breathing out, and breathe in on the way back down. Complete this until you reach failure at around 12 repetitions. Rest for about 45 seconds and do 2 more of these sets until you total 3 sets before moving on to the second exercise, which is decline dumbbell press. So again, you've warmed up, so you can go straight into your first set. So place the dumbbells on your legs, slowly lie back and press the dumbbells up to assume the position, and then you can start your set. This time you're pushing up above the lower portion of your chest to work this area. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Keep your back flat. Try not to arc too much on this exercise. Just get a good stretch, contract at the top. Reach failure at around 12 repetitions and do 3 sets in total before we move on to the last exercise, which is a new exercise featured for this week. And that exercise is incline flies. So you need to find yourself an incline bench like the one in the picture. Grab hold some weights, lie back. The bench should be inclined at around 45 degrees. This will ensure that you work the upper portion of your chest. So make sure that you stretch right down and keep your arms slightly bent. I always say pretend you're hugging a fat person when doing this exercise. Keep your palms facing each other, contract at the top, get a really good stretch at the bottom. Breathe out on the way up, breathe in on the way down. Again, reach failure at around 12 repetitions on this exercise. Once you've completed 3 sets of this exercise, that's it for chest. We're ready to move on to triceps. And that first exercise for triceps is single reverse extensions. So you'll remember this exercise again from last week. You're going to support yourself with the opposing arm that isn't doing the work, and you're going to grab hold of the cable and extend down with that working arm with your palm facing up. Make sure you get a good contraction at the bottom, keeping your elbow and your upper arm still at all time. The only thing that should be moving is your hand. Get a good contraction, squeeze at the bottom of the movement and stretch it whilst going up. Breathe out on the way down, breathe in on the way back up. Keep your body still with your supporting arm. Once you've completed around 12 repetitions comfortably, that's your warm-up set done. So we're ready to go into the first working set. Again, make sure your body is supported by the opposing arm that isn't being worked. Keep your body straight, head up, breathe out on the way down. Once you've completed around 12 repetitions to absolute failure, then it's time to work the other arm. Once you've completed both arms, that's 1 set completed. You need to do 3 of these sets to absolute failure. Once you've done 3 sets, we're ready to move on to the second exercise, which is dips. Again, we did this exercise last week, so you should be a little bit more comfortable doing it this time. Make sure you point your elbows back whilst doing this exercise, ensuring that you're working your triceps and not your lower chest. Keep your body as straight as possible and you need to aim for around 12 repetitions on this exercise to absolute failure. Remember, you don't have to warm up now because we've warmed up previously on the first exercise. So do 3 sets of this exercise to failure. Rest at around 45 seconds in between. And once you've reached a total of 3 sets, we're ready to move on to our last exercise, which is our new exercise for the week. And this is called bench dips. This is very similar to the normal dips, except your hands are going to be behind your back slightly as you're supporting your hands and your weight on the bench. Just as Jim is demonstrating here, keep your back close to the pad at all times, keep your elbows pointing back, and lock out to get a good contraction throughout the triceps, which is situated on the back of your upper arm. When you go down, try not to move away from the bench. Stay close there all the time. If you find this exercise a little bit too easy, you can elevate your legs like Jim is demonstrating here also. And this will make the exercise a little bit harder to ensure that you reach failure a little bit quicker. Make sure you go down until your arms are just at a right angle, and then push up until your arms lock out. Once you've completed your set, you can rest for about 45 seconds and complete 2 more of these sets. Once you've finished with that, we're ready to move on to abs. Okay, the exercise that we have for you this week is for upper abs, and it's sit-ups. So make sure that your feet are unsupported and you're going to come up as far as you can, just like Jim is demonstrating here. Keep your hands across your chest and try not to move your hands from your chest area to put extra stress on your back or any momentum. Contract your abs on the way up and slowly work your way back down. Breathe out on the way up and breathe in on the way back down. If you can't go all the way up, that's okay. Just go up as far as you possibly can. On this exercise, go to absolute failure regardless of the amount of repetitions that you can complete. You've got to do 3 sets of this exercise, so make sure you reach failure on each and every one, and once you've completed that, you finish for the day. You can go and cool down for around 5 to 10 minutes on a bike or treadmill, and I'll see you back at the office. I hope you enjoyed that workout. So make sure, if you haven't already, have your protein and Vitargo drink now to make sure that you're fully recovered for the next workout. But tomorrow I want you to come back where I'm going to speak to you about hydration, how much you should hydrate with, and why it's important to hydrate with ice cold water as opposed to normal temperature fluids. Okay, so make sure that you do your 35 minutes of cardio in the morning, and then I'll see you back to speak to you about hydration.